Goodness gracious. I mean, what says Happy Easter like a motorcycle accident? Whew. Man, oh man. Father Stu stars Mark Wahlberg as the title character along with Jacki Weaver and Mel Gibson, and this is actually based on a true story that Mark Wahlberg himself heard in passing. And it's saying a ton that this movie is actually getting put out there on the big screen. But Stuart Long is of course played by Mark Wahlberg, and when an injury ends his amateur boxing career, he moves to Los Angeles to find money and fame. And while scraping by as a supermarket clerk, he meets Carmen, a Sunday school teacher who seems immune to his bad boy charm. And he is oh so determined to win her over, so the longtime agnostic starts going to church to impress her. But a nearly lethal motorcycle accident leaves him wondering if he can use his second chance to help others, leading to the surprising realization that he's meant to be a Catholic priest. Boxer, aspiring actor, deli guy, priest. I'm still trying to add that up all together. This is a guy that lived a really remarkable life, and I can honestly see a lot of why Mark Wahlberg wanted to bring this story to the big screen, because he's been championing this guy for a long time. And as an actor myself, I am always so happy to see other artists getting to do something they're really passionate about, aside from just a paycheck. And that's honestly the best thing I can say about Father Stu, which is odd to me sitting here saying that, because Mark Wahlberg can be hit or miss as an actor, but he is throwing every fiber of his passionate being into this role. He gets to explore tons of range as the tough guy, he gets to turn into a priest towards the latter part of this film. And even as he ages, he gets to deal with some prosthetic work, which is kind of odd sitting here saying that looking at Mark Wahlberg wearing Darkest Hour-like prosthetics. And I give so much credit to Mark Wahlberg for bringing this story to the big screen and wanting to tell this guy's story in a meaningful way. But my goodness, it's just every time I see Mark Wahlberg, I just see Mark Wahlberg. He's one of the most recognizable people in Hollywood to me. Not to say he's bad in the movie at all, it's just, I just can't see past the fact that it's Mark Wahlberg here. Jacki Weaver and Mel Gibson, on the other hand, are really solid in the film as well to complement him. Mel Gibson especially. I was so enamored with his performance. It was really great to see him on the big screen in a new movie again. But aside from that, guys, Father Stu, gosh, I'm sitting here thinking that this movie could have been so much better than it actually was. But the whole feature presentation is put together in a pretty clumsy way. Now, I mentioned about a week ago that I thought the cinematography in Ambulance was among the worst of the entire year. I think Father Stu takes the cake. I was really not a fan of how certain shots were framed. Certain characters will be having some really emotional, in-depth conversations, and I don't know, there'll be like a wheel of a wheelchair in a way, or there'll be like a church pew, and the camera catches more of the church pew rather than the face that I want to see. Yeah, it just really, to me, it felt like a lot of these shots and the editing altogether just didn't really seem like there was a solid enough foundation of a plan as to what they wanted those shots and those frames to look like. Which brings me into the screenplay. Aside from Mark Wahlberg himself as Father Stu, these characters themselves are not fully realized. The love interest in here, unfortunately, I could barely remember her name up until I came home and I was looking at that plot synopsis, because her character and that whole romance just feels incredibly rushed. And to an extent, the romance can feel a little bit creepy because it's so rushed. Because he's basically trying to force his way into her life. Which, speaking of, oh my gosh, don't even get me started on this dialogue. A lot of it is corny. While not to mention feeling incredibly out of place for a movie like this. Mel Gibson has a line in here comparing one of these characters to Hitler, and time and place, dude. Read the room. And I'm talking about the screenplay here, not Mel Gibson himself. He's just doing his job. For a movie like this to have a reference like that is just kind of rubs me the wrong way. And I think it rubbed a lot of people in this theater the wrong way earlier today. So while I feel like the movie is well intended, the performances are rock solid, the message of this movie is super inspiring in how it delves into redemption and what have you. I think it puts all of its eggs into one basket with this title character, and the rest of the movie around him suffers as a result. While not to mention having some pretty clunky filmmaking and overall just childish dialogue. Which is odd me saying that for a film that's rated rated R. This movie could have been fantastic. It could have been like a David O. Russell feature, like The Fighter or something like that. But no, it wasn't at all. Pretty forgettable as far as I see it. I'm gonna give Father Stu a C-. I mean, if you're a hardcore fan of Mark Wahlberg, you were probably going to go see this movie anyway. If you were looking for something to do on Easter Sunday, I mean, I don't know if this is the movie that you'd want to watch on Easter Sunday for certain. I mean, I would recommend watching Fantastic Beasts: Secrets of Dumbledore again. Or heck, if The Batman is still in your theaters, go do that. Unfortunately, Father Stu misses much more than it hits, my friends. But guys, let me know what you thought of Father Stu down in the comments section below. As you guys are aware, I love creating content about all new things, movies, and entertainment. And getting to interact with you guys makes things all the more fun for me. So if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and smash that big red subscribe button and that notification bell right next to it. And guys, don't forget, smash that like button as hard as you possibly can as well. This is incredibly helpful. Stay tuned for more exciting content hitting this channel very soon. I'm going to be touching on The Northman, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, and The Bad Guys next weekend. It's loaded. And guys, this Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, I will be doing a special Q&A live stream with all of you lovely people because, as God is my witness, we did it. You guys all did it, guys. You know what I'm talking about. 1,000 freaking subscribers over here. I am sitting here absolutely flabbergasted. Man, I don't have the words right now, guys. Thank you. You guys know who you are. You all helped me get to this point. I cannot be more grateful to you guys. And there's just so many people to thank in that live stream as well. So guys, you know who you are. Stay tuned for that. And I'm going to have some very special announcements about the future of my channel and what you can expect from me down the line, especially going into the busy summer. But all I can say for right now is, guys, I'm blown away. Thank you all again so very much for continuing to support this channel. It really does mean a ton, guys. I never in a million years thought that this channel would reach the point that it has. And I have nobody else to thank but each and every single one of you. With all that being said, guys, keep loving the movies and Back Talk commence.